Hello again, folks. This is Sula again, and you're watching a commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Rammus. At the end of the last part, as the video was just getting cut off, Mookie was ganked by 3 people in the top lane, and so he was killed, and that was the first death by our team, and it has been responsible for us losing the top lane tower as well. So nice play by the other team, well done. One of the things I was trying to talk about as the time was running out in that last video was skilling armor for Rammus. As I said, I like to skill his W skill, his defensive ball curl first, just because it makes him tanky. After that, I like to skill his taunt next, his puncturing taunt. The taunt is useful because it allows you to draw aggression. Every point that you add in it means that the taunt lasts for an additional half a second. So 1 second at the first one, with 1 second with 1 point into the skill, up to 3 seconds with 5 points into the skill. So between having his defensive ball curl up and then his taunt, skilling the taunt second, you can force someone to attack you for a very long period of time, as long as 3 seconds, and that makes a very big deal. So first priority, I would say, make Rammus tanky so that he can do his job, so he can tank. Secondly, skill his taunt so he can draw aggression from the other team. Even though Powerball is a really good skill, I give it the lowest priority because it can still mostly do its job with only 1 point in there. Now, additional points into Powerball does increase the slow amount that you get. When you hit them with Powerball, they're slowed for the next, I think, 2 seconds. And as you put more points in there, it increases the amount of slow that Powerball does. But you can still mostly do Powerball's job with just 1 point. So even though it's a good skill, I tend to put 1 point in Powerball at level 2 and then leave it there while skilling the other skills. So again, you can do things different ways. Powerball is a really good skill, and I've seen some people give priority to Powerball, but that's the way that I like to skill Rammus. And admittedly, in my very limited experience, it has seemed to work out pretty well so far. So you can probably do things any other ways, but that's what I've done. Anyway, we've completed another sort of circle through the jungle. Here, I'm going after Sunrise, but my Powerball wears off just a little bit too soon. Down in the bottom lane, there's a team fight going on, and I should probably go down there to join them instead of screwing around here in the middle lane with Sunrise. So now I realize, yeah, I should go do that. So I'm going to go head down there and join in this fight. You can see Uberfish. Uberfish is the Nivea, is heading down in that direction as well. But it looks like by the time he gets there, the fight's already going to be over. So I get there too late as well. But our team picked up 2 kills. So I was waiting to see if anyone would try to run through the brush here, and I could cut them off, but it doesn't look like they're going to do so. And now that Uberfish has gone after our tower in middle lane, I'm going to go back there just to shoo him away and make sure that he doesn't push on our tower. So yeah, and I'm able to dodge that Flash Frost pretty easily. That one was off target. Anyway, they're continuing to fight down in bottom lane. By the way, notice that even though Uberfish hits me with his Glacial Storm Flash Frost combination, it does almost no damage whatsoever, just because I had defensive ball curl on. And Rammus can almost ignore enemy attacks when he's got his magic resist, when he's got his defensive ball curl up. It takes my magic resist to 199, my armor to 287. So while that's up, I'm almost unkillable because I just have so much armor and magic resist. And again, that's why I like to skill that skill first, just because it just makes Rammus so tanky. Rammus doesn't actually have a lot of life. He doesn't get as much health as some of the other tanks. He doesn't get as much health as, say, Cho'Gath or Mundo or some of the other tanky characters. What he does get is tons of armor and magic resist from defensive ball curl. Anyway, Roland and Vendor have come up here to challenge this dragon. I am going to taunt Roland, and he's going to exhaust me in return, but I'm going to flash out of that. Now, I have taken a ton of damage here because they are, even with defensive ball curl, they are focusing me, so I'm going to back out of this. I use my ultimate there to try to do some area effect damage. Now, I'm going to back out, and because I'm almost dead, I'm going to go recall to base. Then I'm going to try to get back to the fight as quickly as possible. By using Powerball, I can actually get back there pretty fast, even though I only have the rank 1 boots. I was looking to buy Dora's Sunfire Cape, but I don't have the gold. So anyway, now, even though I'm not full health, I'm going to head down there. I want to get down to this dragon fight, if possible, and try to interfere with it. You can see there's the fighting going back and forth. Atlas gets off a nice Morgana ult. We are able to steal the dragon there because Cole misses the smite. Atlas gets a kill on Roland. Sunrise jumps out. Vendor's going to chrono shift Cole, but it's not going to matter. Here, I'm going to roll into the battle, and I use my taunt on Cole. That was probably a mistake. I should have probably saved my taunt for use on someone else. So, like right here, I'm waiting for Powerball to try to come off cooldown. now that it's off cooldown, I'm going to try to roll in here, but their team's gotten back to the safety of the tower. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do too much in that fight. I kind of got caught in a bad position before the fight started. Had to go heal. Was able to get off the taunt on Cole, but I think Cole probably would have died anyway, and I think I would have been better served by saving my taunt for someone else. Here, I'm going to go in front of the rest of the team. I'm trying to draw aggression. You can see I draw the time bomb from Zillion, and it does, you know, almost no damage just because I'm Rammus and I have my defensive ball curl on. Anyway, that was a pretty inconclusive fight. Several deaths back and forth. I think it was 2 deaths on both teams. So pretty inconclusive in terms of the fight, but we came out ahead because we were able to get the dragon there. Oh, and here I'm turning on Rammus's ultimate just because I'm trying to use it to get minion kills, and it's on a very short cooldown, so you can indeed use it for stuff like this. So maybe a little bit of a waste, but whatever. It helps us push back this lane. So anyway, yeah, the fault of the other team there was Cole missed his smite. You can see Cole had typed miss smite, so that allowed us to get the dragon. He smited it just a little bit too early. So, as I said, you have to keep you really have to be careful if you're playing as the jungler. Your #1 goal is to make sure that you smite dragon and make sure that you smite Baron. Baron takes first priority, dragon would take second priority, but entire games can be won and lost based on missed smites. So anytime you're playing the jungler, you know, do take it seriously, your role as the one person on your team that has smite. So just if you are going to play a jungler, try to practice that. Try to practice knowing when to smite. Like right there, I knew when to smite that golem, so you can see I'm able to get it with no fear of someone stealing it. And if you noticed before, when we took the first dragon, I was able to smite and get it at just about the right time. Maybe a hair early, but just about the right time. So something you want to keep in mind. And if you're going to play a jungler, you know, you should practice that. You can do a game with bots. You can practice smiting dragon. You can practice smiting golem and lizard. It does make a difference, so it's something you want to keep in mind. All right, anyway, up here, our red is back up again, and we want to put it on Mookie once again. It's very good on melee damage per second characters like Xin Zhao, because every time that Mookie hits someone, he'll slow them and do a little bit extra damage from the lizard effect, so we want to get that on him whenever possible. It's also pretty good on Rammus too, actually. It makes Rammus attempted kills, attempted ganks as they call it, makes them very strong too. So good on Rammus, but better on Xin Zhao. And Mookie's our highest level character because he's been in a solo lane the whole game too. Alright, anyway, I'm going to finish up with this Wraith Camp, and then I'm going to go back to base because now I have enough gold to pick up a Sunfire Cape. In terms of itemizing Rammus, the first thing I bought, if you noticed, was I built towards Heart of Gold, turned my initial cloth armor into a Heart of Gold. Next, I instead of building that Heart of Gold into a Randuin's, I left it there and then decided to build towards Sunfire Cape. Sunfire's great item on Rammus. Adds health, adds armor. Those are probably the 2 most important stats on Rammus, health and armor. More health allows you to tank more. More armor increases your tankiness, increases your damage through his passive. And the other great thing about Sunfire Cape is, due to its area of effect damage, magic damage, it allows you to draw aggression again. And that's what you want as a tank. You want towers to be attacking you. Anyway, what's going on right here is Atlas and I are trying to set up a kill on Uberfish. You can see he's pulled forward in the lane. So we're going to go on him here, and Atlas hits a very nice binding. I'm going to Powerball in. I miss the Powerball, but I get off my taunt, and that together with my ultimate and defensive ball curl is going to allow us to get the kill pretty easily. So very nice play by Atlas to hit on the binding without hitting on the Morgana binding. That play doesn't work. Like right here, again, notice how I'm drawing aggression at the tower. I'm getting the tower to fire on me. I'm getting the other team to focus me, not Atlas. Here, I'm going to Powerball into Cole, and just to back him off of Atlas, once again, because Atlas does not have the tankiness of me, and he's low health. The one problem there was, I didn't realize that Mookie was coming in from below, from the river. If I had realized that, I could have Powerballed into maybe Sunrise and taunted him, and then that would have been a sure kill. So a little bit of a misplay on my part. Now, once again here, I'm going to go in on the tower. Because of my Sunfire Cape, the tower is going to focus me. That's going to cause it to shoot at me instead of someone else on our team. That's what we want. Cole's going to taunt me, but I'm going to get out of here. The other team, it continues to focus me, which is a little bit silly because I have my defensive ball curl. And now I need to get out of here because even with my tankiness, I'm taking a ton of damage. I've been ignited, and oh, am I going to survive? Yes! 30 HP. So from 2200 down to 30 HP. I think that was maybe not the greatest tanking job ever, but a pretty good job. I got them to do a lot of damage to me, ignore the rest of our teammates, Although it was an overly aggressive play from us, though, pushing on that tower. Once their whole team showed up, we did need to back out of that. Okay, anyway, in terms of boots, Merc Treads, I say Merc Treads on Rammus gives you extra magic resist, which is what you want. You're going to be taking a lot of crowd control, a lot of CC, if you're playing Rammus correctly. The enemy team's going to be hitting you with a lot of spells, a lot of abilities, because you're going to be taunting them and forcing them to attack you. So I say Merc Treads. I think it allows you to tank better. I don't really know what else you'd really want. Maybe dodge boots if the enemy team is really focused on attack damage and they don't have much magic damage, but other than that, I'm not really sure what else you'd want. I mean, you don't want attack speed, you don't want cooldown. Maybe move speed. You could get the rank 3 move speed boots of swiftness. That's not bad either. Oh, and anyway, there's some little chat going on back and forth. You guys can read that if you want. And they mention, Mookie mentions that I've never played Rammus before, which is true, by the way. I haven't played him before. This is the first game I've playing him. Have played some bot games, but I don't think that really counts. Anyway, I didn't like the idea of us trying to force a fight there, 5v5. It seemed like an unnecessary play there. So instead, we're going to go for the dragon here, and I'm going to pull him out. Notice that I did that to pull out the dragon from its little cubby so that we can get out of here if we get attacked by the enemy team. Now, we're pretty sure that they know we're here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait and watch for my chance to smite, and boom, as soon as it hits 500, I'm going to smite, so we secure that dragon. Now we've got a team fight going here. This is a good team fight. I'm going to pop my ultimate. We get a nice arrow in there from Terminus Ash, so well played. We're able to score several kills. Here, I'm going to Powerball into Sunrise, but fortunately for him, he was able to use Tristana's rocket jump, so I'm going to flash after him. Now here, I'm going to land my taunt on Uberfish, and I'm at near max rank on taunt now, so he has to attack me for quite a while. Going to Powerball into him. Uberfish protects himself with his wall, so well done. Nice wall there. We aren't able to kill Uberfish because of his egg form, but now his egg's going to be down for the next fight, so that's still pretty key for us. We're able to trigger the Anivia passive, and of course without the Anivia passive it would have been a death. Plus, by backing them off of middle lane, we're able to get that tower. Force them to retreat, so we're able to get middle tower. And now I'm going to go grab the race. Roland says no more randoms from YouTube. Vendor, I think, hadn't played maybe as many games as some of us, but he had been requesting to join one of our games, and we needed another person, so we had him join us. He maybe needed a little bit more experience before playing in this game. I think he's level 24 or so, but in any case, was obviously doing his best there, but they got caught in a bad fight there. So by forcing that dragon fight, was a better play than us just trying to fight them 5v5. Instead, we forced them to come fight us at dragon, and you saw the result there. we're already ahead, and now we're snowballing further ahead. Mookie's picking up red buff. I'm going to head over to Dragon and drop a ward, or not Dragon, excuse me. I'm going to head over to Baron and drop a ward there. You can see we're starting to out-farm the enemy team. Uberfish is the only one with a lot of farm on their team. I've been able to out-farm Cole, in large part due to that kill that we got early in the game. I've just kind of snowballed ahead of him. I wanted to ward Baron because I thought that the other team might try Baron as sort of a desperation tactic, just because they know they're behind, they want to get back into the game. Now, I get cornered by 3 members of the team here, Anivia, Rammus, and Zillion, but notice even with all their skills, they're not really doing much damage to me just because I have my defensive ball curl, and Rammus is just that tanky. So now Vendor is trying to get out of here, but he's been caught. I'm going to taunt him, and that means he's not going to be able to get out of here. And we were actually able to kill him before Roland's Shen ultimate could go off, I think. Anyway, now that with Roland in bottom lane, and with us having just picked up a kill, we are going to force a Baron fight here. And this is a little bit risky. It's not the safest play that you can do. It's an aggressive play. It means we're ahead, and we're going to be trying to snowball further ahead. But Roland's in bottom lane. We did just get a kill. So that means that at most they're going to be able to bring 3 here, and so we can turn and fight them 5-on-3. Now at this point, I'm the jungler. The one thing I'm thinking is wait for the smite. See, Uberfish is here. I'm just ignore him, wait to smite, wait till it hits 600 HP, and there we go, smite. So now we've got Baron. I want to make sure that Cole does not steal that Baron. Anyway, now that we have Baron, Cole is out of position. I taunt him so he can't get away. Next, I'm going to Powerball into Uberfish. That's going to slow him just enough that the rest of the team can pile on and get the kill. So we've scored Baron, and we've scored 2 more kills, in addition to the kills that we already had. Roland's still down in bottom lane and is not able to continue. So they're going to surrender here. And that's a fair surrender. We were ahead, and we were snowballing further ahead. Cole says bad Ram is bad. I don't know about that, but I just snowballed ahead of him. So in the Rammus mirror match, I was able to get the early kill, the early assist, and I just snowballed ahead of him. And at that point, there wasn't that much that he could do. Anyway, plenty to say about this game, going back and forth. Mookie did exactly what we want a solo lane to do. He was able to get farmed up, get a lot of kills, get his Ghost Blade, and then just snowball ahead of the other team. And Atlas was starting to reach that point as well in endgame. I'm sure he was building towards death cap with that needlessly large rod, and he already had the Rod of Ages. Termith and Ashane played well. I mean, I didn't see too much of you guys. I wasn't over in bottom lane that much, but only one death each. Didn't make stupid plays. Generally played well. There was the one really nice Ash Arrow from Termith earlier, so well done. On the other team, we were just able to snowball ahead of them. You know, I mentioned that with regards to Cull. We were able to get Uberfish in particular. We went after again and again and again up in top lane, and he was just ganked so many times he couldn't really catch up, couldn't really compete. Roland played well, but he wasn't able to protect people with the Shen ults, unfortunately, and that just contributed to us being further and further ahead. Sunrise, you can play. You were a little too passive as Tristana. You just were always back by your tower. And while it's true that protects you from being attacked, I mean, we weren't able to get kills on you. I mean, you never died in the game. It also meant that you didn't get that much farm, and it allowed Mookie to just go roaming to other lanes. So you need to play a little bit more aggressively. Remember, you do have Rocket Jump with Tristana. You can get out of a lot of stuff. Anyway, fun game, very entertaining game. I love doing the full 5v5s. It allows us to practice new champs. I've never played Rammus before. I thought this game went pretty well. We did another 5v5 game after this, which I'm also going to cast and put up probably in a couple of days, so look for that as well. I hope you enjoyed this game. Oh, one last thing I'll mention. One person has been stealing my YouTube videos and posting them under their name. I've reported that, flagged it as inappropriate. So just remember, one reason why I introduce myself at the start of each video is so you know that it actually is one of my videos. It makes it hard to steal. But if you would see that, please do report it. I don't like people stealing my work and passing it off as their own. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this. And I'll have another game up pretty soon. So take care.